some concern about Hendry County in our area because of the winds that could possibly be going to that area. Right now, at least, it looks like those fears are being calmed because the winds are not as bad as we thought they would be.
Yeah, and calm is the one word that Stephanie Chinoco was using earlier at Clewiston Middle School. There's a shelter there. She said there was almost a sense of bonding, Stephanie. That was kind of interesting to hear as well. You are smiling right now, so things appear to be pretty good. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris and Miriam. Definitely calm is the word of the day. And honestly, the people that I've spoken to, they're thanking the deputies that have been out here patrolling the area, just keeping people safe. That sense of reassurance and safety, you know, that's really needed at this time. Thankfully, here out in Clewiston, we didn't get much of the rain and wind as expected yet. But honestly, they've expressed that having that just sense of safety and the deputies out here has really helped them just ease their mind. As you can imagine, people in the shelter haven't really gotten much sleep. As far as we know, we haven't been allowed inside, and you may be wondering why. Well, just think about it. This is kind of like their bedroom away from home, so really we don't want to intrude in that space. But up to this point, I've seen about a dozen people, maybe over a dozen people leave the shelter. They're okay to leave right now. They're saying that the conditions are safe enough. I haven't seen a lot of cars out on the road. I did see a truck. I couldn't really read on the side of the truck what it was, but as of right now, people feel a lot safer and comfortable here out in Clewiston. Something that they did express to me was that, you know, for people that have been living here for a really long time, this kind of helped them started thinking again about, you know, being prepared for the storm. A helpful resource, even Governor Rick Scott mentioned earlier today or even yesterday, he said floridadisaster.org. That's a website where people can actually look for resources, evacuation plans, you know, any routes for them to take, and just any resources to really be prepared before the storm. You know, we get really comfortable since we haven't really experienced anything too drastic here in the Sunshine State, but you know, after today, people are really taking that into consideration for the future, and that was really expressed. Now, another cool thing today I want to share with you, one of the girls that I spoke to earlier, she told me she was going through Pinterest and found one of these hacks. So for future storms, if you're watching at home, she gave me this idea to fill in a gallon of, you know, those little Ziploc bags with a gallon, they can hold like a gallon worth of stuff. Well, you can either fill those with distilled water or even soda bottles and just leave them in your fridge. So in case the power goes out in the future, that will help, you know, keep any meat or any frozen food cold, and then you can actually use that water later on. So as far as we have conditions out here in Clewiston, the wind has died down a little. Right before you tossed over to me, the winds were really getting strong. So we're getting a lot of in and out of that gust this way, but rain has completely ceased. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on these conditions out here. But for right now, all is good, all is well. So we'll toss it back to you.
All right, good to hear, Stephanie. Thank you so much for that report and an interesting tip there, because